Hi guys, this is I. So I'm here to have a chat and a moan about something. So I'm into Enshrouded. Now I love this game. I really love it. But I really have to have a rant. One thing I really want them to work on updating is the AI's intelligence. Now the AI drives me up the wall in this game. It's really not long before I'm annoyed at the NPCs. So I love this game. It's amazing, like I say. But the NPCs really need work. I did give them feedback. You can give them feedback in the game. So I gave them feedback because at first this was quite entertaining, but now it's just really annoying. Even though they have beds registered to them, they love to sleep on the floor. What kind of Sims 4 shit is this? Sometimes they're asleep on the floor 2 foot from their beds. It drives me up the wall. I always go to the farm homestead. I forget what it's called. It's kind of the first farm you kind of find, I think. I kind of can't stray from this place. It's perfect. It's got places to plant stuff. It's got good space. It's got a few buildings. It's got a nice little outside kind of barn for your animals. It's reasonably unconfusing, I think, for the NPCs. I've done up Polaris Falls. I think this is the name of it. I did up Polaris Falls. I completely restored it. I added my own house onto the back of it because it's completely in ruins, so you kind of need to do this. I tried to stick as faithful to the original build as I could. It took ages, but this is the place I wanted to restore. So I moved here, moved all my boxes and everything, and I moved all the NPCs, and I really wanted to live here because I did it up, first place I did up. Don't ever bring your NPCs here. Like, don't ever have the idea this is going to be the perfect place. All the NPCs are going to walk around. It's going to seem really populated. It's going to seem awesome and alive. The yaks end up on the roof. There was a yak on the roof. I don't understand how it got on the roof, but it was on the roof. They just keep getting stuck down places. Like, I've put a fence up and fingers crossed it seems to be working at the minute, but they were constantly stuck down somewhere they shouldn't be. And you had to pick them up because they were just asleep on the floor, wanting a bed and wanting food. So I had to pick it up all the time. They constantly run into the castle as well. The amount of times I get jump scared by a yak whizzing at me from the corridor, or I don't expect it. I nearly hit it with my sword because it startled me so much. So the animals misbehave. Now it's fenced in, it's a little bit better, but until you fence this area off, they're constantly down there getting stuck, and it's like a fly getting into like Einstein from outside, aren't they? Flies are bugs. Einstein can get in the tiniest little hole, but they cannot get the feck out once they're in, and they just buzz at the window, even though like there was a window above closed, but the window below was open. It buzzed at the one at the top and couldn't figure out how to get the fuck out. It's like, so at first I found it amusing that the NPCs were just sleeping on the floor. If you want to sleep in a bush, that's your prerogative. Sleep in a bush in the rain, that's perfectly fine. If you want to do that, you live your best life. But it started to get really annoying. There was just NPCs all over the floor. It's the same now, NPCs all over the floor. And I used to have them walking around all the time. Like, I always have them on the full walking range because I feel sort of mean keeping them confined to a certain area, so I always let them walk freely all around. But when I moved to Polaris Falls, I couldn't find any of them. Now you can teleport them in with the wand thing, the staff, but I don't want to do this all the time. They should be accessible to me. It's when they're like next to the bed on the floor asleep. How has your AI just not been able to find the bed? I don't understand it. So now I've put them on one roaming range because I'm sick of them getting down places and not being able to get back again. They constantly are just stood somewhere. Like, they come down some stairs and they stand by a cupboard and they permanently stay there, like they can't get back up the stairs again. It drives me mental. You would not believe it. And the amount of times you're trying to build something in your house and they be cute and they go, oh, I'm really cute, look at me, I'm really interested in what you're doing. It can be cute sometimes when you're trying to place a table or something, or a picture on the wall, and they just come over and stand and admire what you're doing. It's cute. But when you're trying to do fiddly work, putting bricks down, putting floors down, putting walls down, trying to fit windows in front, like window holes, and they're stood around in the way watching you, and they don't piss off for fucking ages, and they're in the way. The thing you need is just there. It's red. You cannot build here because there's an NPC in the way. So you have to wait for them to get bored and fuck off somewhere else so you can place this window down. The amount of times I'm just, will you get the fuck out of the way? I'm just barging them with my body. I'm running around trying to barge them and push them out of the way, and they just slide around on a plate really aggravatingly and don't get out of the way. So the NPCs drive me up the wall. I'm at the point now where I don't want to make them roam at all, but then they won't go to bed. You need them to roam a little bit so they go to bed. Otherwise they would just permanently stand there waving at you all the time. The bloody huntress keeps going downstairs into the room of the carpenter. She's above, in a room above, but she has to come down some stairs out of the building and along to get to his room. I think she's sleeping with him because she's always in his room. I've put his aunt in there with him now. She's always in there, so they're having a threesome. I just don't understand what's going on. She's on one roaming. She always comes down and goes into that room and stays there permanently. She does not return to her room whatsoever. I just am so annoyed by them all the time. Sleeping on the floor, getting stuck on walls. So I was going down the bridge and there was a woman stuck on the frigging wall. I remember seeing her there 5 days ago in the game and I didn't think anything of it. I went back there 5 days later in game days and she was still stood on the wall because she'd gone on the wall but couldn't figure out how to get off of it again. So I had to fucking put her down with the wand and then she just went asleep on the floor. Like, usually quirky stuff like this I find quite funny. At first it was entertaining. All these NPCs asleep all over the floor. The bloody carpenter was all the daytime you can't find him for love nor money. But yoo-hoo! But he's always asleep on the floor. It's like, oh, it's so cute, isn't it? Look at them all asleep all over the floor. It's really entertaining at first. They're sleeping on the floor again. Mildred is in a bush again. Mildred has chosen to sleep in a bush. I just cannot stand the fact that when you're doing something intricate with the building tool, they just all find it super fucking fascinating and have to come over and stare at what you're doing. Like, stop looking at what I'm doing. I'm trying to place a bathtub and you're stood right in the way going, this is very interesting, isn't it? Look at what Flameborn is doing. Look at Flameborn doing epic building stuff, putting in a bathtub and a toilet and a sink for us, putting in a nice wall. Look at this wall. It's very nice, isn't it? Look at this specky wall. Let me face look at it. Marcus was doing it too, building something, trying to get rid of terrain. It's like, oh, the bloody cat's sat in a hole again. Typical cats, aren't they? Oh, the hole, let me sit in it. You gotta laugh at you because they drive me mental. They honestly have just worn away at my nerves in a very short period of time. When they actually get to the beds, I'm like, wow, fucking round of applause for that fucking NPC there. I don't know why the woman that makes stuff for you seems to be the worst. She was the one that was always getting stuck under the bridge. She was always the one stood in the way when you're trying to place something. I don't know, it's just a coincidence, but it was always her that was frigging in the way or stuck on something or stuck under something. She to me is the most annoying because I've had so much shit with her. Just getting annoyed, getting stuck, fucking standing there when I need her not to. She's always trying to get through windows as well. She's always trying to walk through a window. This one in particular, and the huntress are always trying to walk through the fucking windows. Do this thing when they go back, don't get do that thing when they're like trying to get through a window. Just fucking go around the building. There's nothing that extremely interesting in this room that you need to get through the window now. So we're just looking at you to see this wall that you've placed down. Let me get through the window. Just go through the door. Fucking hell. Got jump scared once, buddy. by the what's he called, woodwork guy. I was forgetting his name. The architect. I was called the alchemist, the architect. So I was the carpenter. I was putting a stool. By the way, if you want to put a plant on a stool, make sure it's facing the wall and they can't sit on it, because they love sitting. It's like The Sims. They love sitting on chairs. But yeah, if you put a plant or a decoration on a little stool, they just sit on it and I got a plant through there. But yeah, I was placing a stool next to the door to put a plant on it, and all of a sudden the door just opens and the freaking carpenter's there. Gave me a friggin' heart attack. That yak's coming out of nowhere. Moral of the story, if you don't want a massively bad time with these NPCs, don't go anywhere like Polaris Falls that's got loads of nooks and crannies. Lots of character. Go on a completely flat friggin' surface and don't have no furniture or anything, because that would be the best way. Yes, this is one thing they need to improve, because it drives me mental. It really isn't long before I've lost my patience with them. The animals at least get themselves to the food and to the beds, but the humans are stupid AF. I do love this game, but the NPCs need work, because, oh, feck's sake, they should be able to walk around, not fall off stuff, not stand on the spot when they've fallen off of the thing. Anyway, I'm going to go before I lose my mind anymore. Anyway, bye now.